As for many of you, 2020 presented so many challenges, but for us as a church, it also gave us an incredible opportunity. Up to 2020, as a church, we have always had limited resources, and specifically in the area of finances, very seldom did we have margin to do significant things beyond just operating from month to month. And I remember when March 2020 happened, I was immediately thinking I would have to go and get another job. With a cash-based society, so often people will come and give in person, and we already have limited resources in so many other areas. And imagine my surprise in seeing that our financial giving has suddenly started going up and up and up, and suddenly we found ourselves in a position where we were able to sow into the nations. We were able to sow into our local churches, and also being able to send one of our elders to the United Kingdom to join another church plant, King and Country. And I just look back at 2020 and I'd say, yes, it's been difficult. There were so many moments of uncertainty, but I look back with so much faith in terms of what God has established, what God has done in and through us. And I can honestly say that 2020 has been a crossroads for us, has been a watershed moment for us. I can say that on so many fronts, Gospel Central Church, and not just finances, find themselves in so much more of a healthy place. Our partnership with 412 has always been significant, but actually 2020 has been so valuable, and we're able to glean some of the resources that were available within our partnering churches, being able to again be reminded that we could go so much further because we were part of a greater apostolic prophetic partnership, not just friends, but also partners in the gospel, that what is theirs is mine and what mine is theirs. And I want to give God glory. In the midst of all the pain and the suffering and uncertainty, God has proven, not that he has to, that he's still on the throne and he's completely in control of his church, and he's indeed building his church.
Hello 412 family, this is Ronaldo Pacheco speaking from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I am from Station 337 Church, and I'm here to let you guys know what God is doing in our nation. As you may follow on the news, Brazil is one of the places in the world that the pandemic is hitting harder. And unfortunately, our politicians are not helping us to fight against it. With all the casualties, we still have a lot of political fightings and division. And every 2 weeks, the rules and regulations changing. So one time we can meet together at the temple, another we cannot. So this is bringing a lot of stress to the people and confusion. But we've been seeing God's power and encouragement through the church. New people has been added, new families, a whole new congregation merged with us in Belo. It's still the early days, but we already can see God's moving over there, bringing breakthrough and adding people as well. So we are excited to what's happening, because we believe God is shaking the church on the world. And every time God does something like this, we can trust something good and greater will come out of it. So we are looking forward to see what God will move, an outpouring of the Spirit, as we've been fasting and praying about it in every church on the world, and even great signs and wonders and miracles and salvations happening this season. So that's it. I hope we can see you in the nation soon, and God bless you all.
Hey 412, Lesedi and Kristle from London, King and Country Church. Just wanted to share some incredible news of how God has been doing amazing things in the middle of the pandemic. You know, things have been getting harder. It's not that easy planting a church in the middle of a pandemic, but God is still doing his thing. God is still breaking out. And one of the stories is, just happened this past weekend. We baptized our first saint, which is so encouraging, a guy called Nick, and God is doing incredible things in his life. And we got to, just celebrate just the new birth of God's life in him. So that's really amazing.
We've really seen God moving in miraculous ways, and one of the ways is our last 2 team members to come through, most recent ones, all the flights from South Africa had been cancelled, and they got on the very last flight. In fact, 2 hours into their flight, no flights, all flights were cancelled, and so it was a miracle that they got through. People have been sent back, and so we're just so grateful to the Lord for making a way.
Come on. Another area is when it comes to buying stuff and finances, we don't have a bank account, so we haven't been able to pool our finances together so that we can buy goods. But 2 of the churches, 242 Church and Ark Church, partnering with us to see the kingdom break out, have separately given towards our music equipment. So they've given pianos and PA systems. It's really incredible. And even guys from Oxygen Life, some business guy, one of the business guys from Oxygen Life, he gave some cash, which has been really, really incredible. So the Lord's been providing in the middle of this shutdown. Even where we were thinking, where's the money coming from? And the money the money from the Lord would come, and it has come. So the Lord's been good.
Yeah, God is advancing his kingdom, guys, and it's just been amazing to see him at work. And even though we've been doing things on Zoom and all kinds of things, we've said, God, how do we reach out to people? And even through things like sending cards to our neighbors, we've just made connections with 4 new people in order to see them saved. And so we're just so excited that God is still on the move, that he's reaching hearts and making relationships.
Come on.